There's underperformance, okay? Okay, let's press it.
I don't want to.
What has Bitcoin ever done for mankind? Are you ever on a Bitcoin phone? Watson, come here, I need you. I mean, what is it?
Well, coming up, United
How about
Healthcare is apparently in.
Whenever I talk about Bitcoin, sick to my stomach. And now, whenever I talk about Bitcoin on DDTG Global, the Bitcoin memers, who are the best in the world, come at me. And for the next 48 hours, I'm going to have Michael Saylor. I'm going to have you get the price you deserve and this and that and fucking this and that. They're going to be doing the Winklevosses telling me about aliens. I get it. But again, I didn't doubt Bitcoin. I don't know what people don't see the difference there. Like, yeah, I don't have it in the keychain. I don't buy it from the ether. I was buying it the simple way for a human. And then that fat fuck with the curly hair, FTX, fucking SBF, that fucking scumbag, fuck me. So FTX owes me like $1 million. Sick to my stomach.
Oh, shit. I'm not doing a good job sharing the right screen. Hold on. I have just memes to start the show today.
What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? Take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, what's the second best?
Hold on, I got more.
Immortality. Take it. It's yours.
Hey, Joaquin. No problem. I said it right. McDonald's great check. Your wife's best friend. Good There you go. Oh, Brad Pitt is a king. I have more memes too. Hey everybody, what's up? I could say what's up now. It's been 4.5 minutes. 4:44 now. Hello, people now. What's up? Welcome to the big show. Somebody told me to say that again. got some coffees to read off since the last show. So yeah, we woke up and Bitcoin was a lot higher again. It seems like it's not going to stop. So I had to do a show with a little Bitcoin, a little financial news in the show today. But I have other news too. We have Joe Biden, illegal immigration, the the P Diddy, the Diddy lawsuit that seems to have named the Diddy lawsuit is a big deal. People are saying he's like the Epstein of rap. So they're saying it's really blowing up, that story. So I have that news along with some clips of people talking about gayness and hip hop. People have been talking about that for a while. So gayness, underage girls, debauchery, drugs, alcohol, spiking drinks, etc. So that's all up in the P. Diddy lawsuit. There was an election yesterday, primary yesterday. I can give you the results from that too. So first, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. I might play some more. I still have another meme, at least one. And then we have Jim Cramer talking about how Bitcoin's dead multiple times. Coinbase crashed today. I'll show you the chart. We'll start with that, huh? Oh my God. Oh, and it's pumping now. Yes. We're having the show pump. That's good news. So let me show you this tab. Here's Bitcoin, and it's at 60,849. It just jumped, actually. Before the show started, actually, it dipped below 60,000. And yesterday, I think it was around 55,000 when I did the show. Maybe 56. So up over the last 24. Well, actually, I can tell you because I do my shows 24 hours apart. It's up $4,000 since the last show. So it must have been at 56.7 or something when I started the show yesterday. Now it's at 60,942. Let's go. I'm running a poll to see how many people own Bitcoin. Let me see, or have ever owned Bitcoin. And actually, yeah, I was afraid to lead with that story, but it's big financial news. I mean, it broke Coinbase today. Coinbase said it was prepared for 10x increase in volume, and this was more than that. And also somebody booked a crypto consulting session with me. So I know when that happens, that retail demand is picking up. It's always when the price pumps. You guys didn't buy it when I told you to. All you people, it's about 50-50 for people who watch this show. This is not a cryptocurrency show by any means. So only 56% of you so far out of 43 votes, and that's good. Good participation on the poll. Thank you. So that means there's 44% of you who might want to know about buying and holding Bitcoin, whether you want to buy it and hold it on Coinbase, whether you want to buy the stock, the ETF, whether you want to hold it in your own wallet. So you can do any mixture of those things. So yeah, Angie Power Disney, what's up? Thank you for that. Who says crypto consulting sessions with Nathan highly recommended, or Nate, actually, my friends call me. Thanks, Angie. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got in, right? You said we got in around 37,000 for you is when you booked your session with me. So if anybody wants to, if you want to sign up for consulting to talk about whatever to do with cryptocurrency, especially if you want to hold it in your own wallet or something eventually, contact me. You can contact me at the show phone number, 650-429-8294. That's 650-GAY-TAXI. You can contact me by text or send me a direct message on Twitter. So this is the 15-minute chart. See, this morning, actually, it went up to almost 64,000. It was just screaming. We were all talking in our Discord chat, our crypto Discord chat about it. And we were like, oh, wow, this is like almost scary. It went up to the peak there. You can see up to almost 64,000. And then Coinbase went down, and then the price went down like $4,000 in a few minutes. So Oh, Earth Pond has XRP. I feel sorry for you, man. I mean, they pumped a little bit yesterday, but XRP, that's not God's money. God's money is Bitcoin. You can see I have the shirt on. You can buy these on our website, our cryptocurrency t-shirts. We have them for Bitcoin. This one says Bitcoin saves on the back. It's a play on the words Jesus saves. So Bitcoin saves. Yeah, we believe it is God's money. So, and it had a virgin birth. Brian James says, anyone taking profits? I hope not. Not the big boys. They're buying. BlackRock's buying. So it broke all the records today. I can show you that. So broke all the records as far as the ETFs go. I said once the ETF launched, people weren't pricing it in. So, but yeah, if you don't have any cash on the sidelines, then you could take profits. It's good to have cash, but right now, but I don't really have any of that. Why do I get calls in the middle of my show from no caller ID? I don't understand that. All right, we'll run the intro to the show, play some more memes, talk about Bitcoin, and then talk about the rest of the news. Thanks for joining me. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman, and I bring you the news, the real news.
Bitcoin's the only thing that doesn't go down. 51,000. Bitcoin's at fucking 51,000. It's at 11,000 in August. Jesus Christ.
What happens to all these wonderful models if 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it? We're not ashamed of it. We're going to buy more. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe.
I think there's going to be this realization for anybody that spent some time in fixed income saying, hold on a second. Maybe inflation isn't 1% when I look at it in fiat terms, like I'm being told. Maybe this thing over here in this free and open market is actually the real interest rates.
Can't see clearly when you're gone. On I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
And so with Bitcoin, you have over 10,000 nodes around the world running it, and some estimates are far higher because not all of them are visible. And so that can't be replicated just by copying the code. It's really about all the software that's designed to work with that particular protocol.
I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. On I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, but I'm like this, you're the one I just.
It's what's called a supply shock. There's just not enough of it. That's the thing. Eventually it was bound to happen. There's not enough. There's only 21 million ever. and there's like 900 being produced every day, and that's going to go down to 450 a day. And the ETFs are buying like 10,000 yesterday. So I don't even have the latest news because I prepare for the show before the show starts, not during the show. So I don't even have the latest numbers. So sometimes memes are a good way to learn. Here's Jim Cramer saying Bitcoin is a scam when it was at 16,800.
Why do you think it's been so
January
resilient here in
5th
the high
last year.
16s?
Well, I'll tell you what Stark says, because it's phony and a scam, being propped up by people who need it propped up, and that's all there is. Very harsh.
There you
Why
go.
do you think it's been so
That was 250% ago, 16,800. And God damn it. I'm sorry. Sorry, God. Didn't mean to do that to you. You think God gets pissed when you say, God damn it. And he's like, no. I had to sell some near the bottom. I sold some near the bottom. I did. Because I had leverage is the problem. I took out a loan against my cryptocurrency and I was worried about my loan liquidating. It would not have liquidated and I would have twice as much Bitcoin right now if I hadn't sold near, I don't know, 18,000, something like that. And I had to sell some. Sad, but I still have cryptocurrency enough to make it fun, enough so that I make a lot more money doing that than doing this. Just from what I have in stock. So that's good. That's good news. Hopefully you guys have Bitcoin too. 5 weeks ago, Jim Cramer said Bitcoin is unlikely to find its footing. It's up 55% since then. I got to keep checking back to the chart. Oh, it's over 61 now. So we're pumping. That's good. Coinbase went down today. It showed me a balance of 0 in my Coinbase account. But it has recovered. Brian Armstrong from Coinbase said they'd modeled a 10x surge in traffic and load tested it, and this exceeded that number. So the retail investors are coming back to buy on Coinbase. So some people need help buying on Coinbase, but it's preferable to hold the real thing, I think, than holding the ETF. But if you have it on Coinbase, Coinbase can shut down at any time. So you can support the show if you want to. And I really appreciate it. We do the show professionally for you by going to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. And I will check the coffees in about 12 minutes to see if anybody's dropped them. You can leave a note. You can do it after the show is over. My goal is very reasonable. 6 coffees per show and 1 new member per show. We've been getting some members recently. So, and you can become a member for as little as $5 a month, 1 coffee per month. So appreciate people who are signing up for a membership. That really helps out. So we're trying to keep bringing you the show. Go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil, and then YouTube doesn't take a fee. So we have a lot of things happening in markets. The banking funding, the emergency bank lending program expires March 11th. So we're actually also, in addition to Bitcoin pumping, we're close to the economy possibly crashing. Employment is down in California, from what I understand. So we're actually close to possibly an implosion, or maybe not an implosion. Who knows? I say we're most likely to end up like Japan. We'll just print and print and print and print. And whatever happens, we'll be sending out checks to people again if we have to. I'm not sure. It seems like inflation won't be recognized as the problem. Bitcoin halving, okay, this is a big deal. Bitcoin produces a certain amount of Bitcoin every day. And that number splits. It's about 900 a day right now. It's going to have to 450 a day. So there's just no supply to go around. And these ETFs are buying a shitload. So this is the reverse repo, which I don't understand. But the reverse repo is about to run down to 0. Overnight reserves the amount of cash parked at the Federal Reserve's overnight reverse repo facility is going towards zero. So that's all happening at the same time. Let me show you. These ETFs are huge. BlackRock is in the Bitcoin business now. My page is loading. Bear with me. I'm using old technology here, getting older every day. Oh, Bitcoin has passed an all-time high in 30 countries. So here's a GIF showing that. This is Bitcoin's chart in 30 different countries, including India and China, where it's at an all-time high right now. And you should see Argentina. Argentina is insane. South Africa, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Suriname, Turkey, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Angola, Argentina, China. It's at an all-time high, even though it's banned in China, because their currencies are going down. This was from earlier in the day, but I got to see. Let me see if there's a chart here. Oh my God, this is the chart. So the market's closed now. It closes at 1 p.m. my time. This is a chart of the volume on exchange on for these ETFs. BlackRock had $3.3 billion traded of their ETF today. 3.3 billion. Fidelity did 1.4 billion, and that was double their previous records. The total number of trades was double also. And by itself, BlackRock's ETF traded more than the NASDAQ ETF, QQQ. And combined, they did more than SPY. SPY is the S&P 500 ETF. So that's crazy. Look at that. So people are definitely coming into the market. This is how many Bitcoin were purchased yesterday. 10,000 Bitcoin were purchased by ETFs yesterday, and only 900 new Bitcoin were produced. So it's just a supply. It's a supply and demand situation. Demand is spiking and there's no supply. So that's why you have charts like this. Over 61,000 right now. Okay, let me see what else I have for you. God, that's big numbers. All right, that's it for the Bitcoin news, okay? Let me check the results of the poll. Hit the like button. That helps us out. We only have 24 likes with 111 people tuned in. Go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to pause. Take a breath. Maybe get some iced tea until we get up to at least 50 likes. So go ahead and hit the like button. Street Ghost says if BTC doesn't hit 500K by the end of 2025, John McAfee will eat his own. Yeah. I asked him about that actually when I had him on the show. John McAfee. I asked him about eating his own penis. And he said, oh, he would have somebody else do it for him slowly. So, all right, that's Bitcoin news. Joe Biden news. Let me look at the results of the election. There was a primary in Michigan. Donald Trump won easily. Michigan primary results. Let's see. Bitcoin's pumping. It might be to 69,000 by tomorrow. That's the all-time high. Somebody signed up for a crypto consult on Friday. Who knows where it'll be by Friday? Today's Wednesday. Let's see if we can see. Oh, this isn't good. Bump. Donald Trump won. And then let's see if, yes, okay, excellent. So these are the results. Donald Trump won 68% to 26%. So I told you guys Nikki Haley is screwed. And only 3% voted uncommitted. So Democrats in Michigan, where there are a lot of Muslims, wanted to register a protest vote against Joe Biden. And they did. There were 100,000 votes for uncommitted. That was supposed to be the vote. Rashid Tlaib said that she was going to vote uncommitted to show that she's protesting our policy in Gaza. So Joe Biden got 81% of the vote, but 13% of the vote came in uncommitted, 101,000 votes. So, and Joe Biden got 623,000 votes total. Donald Trump got 758,000 votes total. Donald Trump by himself, I believe, got more votes than there were votes cast in the Democrat primary. But that might make sense. So Joe Biden is mentally not with it, right? He got a physical exam today, but they refused to give him the cognitive test. Here's Karine Jean-Pierre.
I think folks need to understand that the president passes, again, a cognitive test every day. If you look at what a clinical cognitive test is actually, what it actually does, it is a 15-minute appointment that is administered by someone that most of the time people don't actually know. And the president has a team of doctors that is with him 24/7. And he is able to do the work every day that is rigorous, that is more rigorous than it would be for any 15-minute clinical appointment. I think folks need to understand.
Yeah, and results of the poll, people don't own Bitcoin. It's easy to buy Bitcoin, by the way. You can just get Cash App, Coinbase app, whatever. Just buy it. Set up a recurring buy it regularly. Here are some Democrat voters in New York City who have turned, I listen to NPR just to have something to listen to, for one thing, but also to hear the propaganda, and it's relentless. However, they are interviewing on NPR. Just yesterday, they're interviewing a lot of people who don't want to vote for Biden. They're not going to vote for him. In fact, I heard it this morning. They were saying a little bit of pain, that it might be worth it having Trump win rather than Joe Biden, just to teach him a lesson. Mostly it's about Gaza. But people on the left don't like what's going on with Gaza. But it's for other stuff too. People already feel like there's no democracy. So this threat to democracy thing isn't necessarily working with Democrats. So here are some Democrat voters in New York City who've turned against Joe Biden and Kamala.
Who's this? I don't know. Who is that?
Nikki Haley? Look, I get it.
I know she's a black woman.
Well, that's very astute of you.
It's Black History Month, right? Let me not be mean to, what's her name, Camilla?
There you go. You know who it is. So what's her job?
To help give my money away to migrants.
Vice President. That's the title, anyway.
What do you mean by that?
She doesn't actually do anything.
You don't like her?
Sweetheart, nobody likes her.
Oh, bless your heart.
How does she make you feel? I feel like she's looking at me right now, and I feel like a little, nervous.
If she can make it to the top, anyone can.
The only reason that I don't want Joe Biden to die is if he does, we get stuck with her.
Joe Biden's going to be fine.
Kamala Harris has been vice president for 4 years. What are some of her greatest accomplishments?
Nothing.
Where you been? Yeah.
Something about airplane bathrooms not being accessible.
I'm okay. What has Kamala Harris done for the community?
Nothing.
Everybody at home watching this, what the did she do for us?
She always talks about on the news how she just wants to make America great again.
How'd that happen?
Kamala was supposed to handle the migrant crisis. How's that working out?
So far, so not so good. The border's unsecured.
Just let migrants in our country and take over the world, beat the police up.
We got millions of people coming to this country and taking all our jobs.
You are right, brother.
If you were vice president, what advice would you be giving Joe Biden right now?
Not to run again for election.
He's now. You can't give him no advice.
If you're gonna be the president, be a people's champion, bro. I don't know what the you're doing. Let somebody who's got their marbles to get a little bit more together, work on this.
Do you have your marbles together?
I've got a couple of more than Joe Biden does, I think.
Lay on the beach somewhere.
Who the hell is giving him that advice? I don't know. Does he like the beach that much?
If Joe Biden decides he's not going to run for re-election, should Kamala Harris automatically be the nominee?
She would be absolutely trounced.
No, I'd rather Trump.
Kamala Harris is declaring that she's ready to serve. Is she?
She is ready. I mean, she is champing at the bit. A drink. She's ready to serve a drink.
I like my coffee dark.
So if it's not Joe, it's not Kamala, who should be the Democrat nominee?
Maybe Al Gore's old enough now to run.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Will Smith.
That seems like a slap in the face to Kamala.
I'll bust your ass too.
If it comes down to Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who's your pick?
Trump, because I need another stimulus.
I'm voting for Donald Trump. My son, he gangster. He got the Trump Towers. He gets to the bag. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to put some respect on my yellow man name. That's my boy.
Houston, we have a problem.
What do you want to tell Jesse Waters on Fox News?
You might as well run for president if you're a good dude. You feel me? Because America, you feel me? America, the land of the free, ain't free. Jesse, you're an ass.
You don't like him?
No. Why not? And Laura.
Oh!
Pretty much almost anybody who's hosting any show.
What about me? You like me?
You seem like a nice man.
So you should watch Fox News to see me.
You. Maybe.
All right, let me.
There you go. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's Democrat voters in NYC. No, I mean, seriously, they're reporting on it on the left-wing propaganda networks. Talking about voters. CNN's reported on it. How people don't like the migrant crisis and they don't like what's going on with, and they just, don't like, they just don't feel like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have done anything for them. So that's the situation we're in. Biden, I mean, Trump's going to win pretty much the way things are going now. So, all right, let me take a break to look at my coffees. Jim said he got some coffees. So let's take a look. I got a few coffees since the last show. Oh, look at that. Jeff Old Dude says, got 5 coffees. He said, thanks for the Solana tip. I gave you a tip on Solana and you bought some? Yeah, Solana's doing good. I haven't even looked at that today. But Solana is way up. It hasn't been up as much recently compared to Bitcoin, but it was doing well this morning. It was kind of rocky. I'll check it out. Thanks, Jeff Old Dude. Thanks for the Solana tip. Love it. Yeah, Solana is my favorite cryptocurrency right now. It used to be Litecoin. Unfortunately, Litecoin isn't as good, but Solana is. Be More Busker, Jim, got 3 coffees, said, ho. Who are you calling ho, Jim? You want to open StreamYard tonight? And by tonight, you mean today? Maybe. Yeah, I have an appointment I have to get to at 4 p.m. So it's just a question of whether I have time. I might have time, though. Thanks for the 3 coffees. I reached my goal as on coffees for the show, just with those 2. In Utero bought a coffee before the show today, said, any chance you can start calling the evening show the Big Show? You are bringing it again. It's the Big Show. Thanks, people I really appreciate people telling me it's a good show. I just have to be honest, I don't feel great all the time. I have a condition or something. So I really appreciate people who give me positive words like that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chris Snyder got 3 coffees after the show yesterday, said you are bringing it again, Nathan, and I love it. Thank you. Thanks for that. Thank you guys for the positive vibes. I really appreciate it. Now we just need 1 person to become a member and we will have reached all our goals for the show today. It exceeded. So thanks for that. I was afraid nobody would tune in because it's a cryptocurrency focused show today, or it has cryptocurrency in the title, but I have other news too. In Canada, be thankful in many ways that you live in the United States of America. because we have free speech more than other places. In Canada, they're saying you can get life in prison for advocating or promoting genocide, which could be something as simple as saying from the river to the sea. This is the Criminal Code Amendments Act. Every person who advocates or promotes genocide is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for life. For life. And then you can get $30,000 fines and stuff. The Digital Safety Office is going to be created in Canada. So thankfully in the United States, we don't have these laws being passed because they can't, as far as I know, for now. But Canada is a scary spot. Anybody who advocates or promotes genocide, who knows what that might mean. So that's going on in Canada right now. Let me jump to, I'll just go in order here. The suspect in the killing of this nursing student, that's a big story. He apparently caused blunt force trauma that disfigured her skull, according to newly filed arrest affidavits. So they do mention in this CBS News report that it was an illegal immigrant from Venezuela, I believe. So, and then there are more stories about illegal immigrants committing crimes. Here's one. They're hard to keep up with. Here's one, an illegal alien from Honduras. This is in Louisiana. Has been arrested for rape of a 14-year-old girl at knife point and stabbing of another man repeatedly during a robbery. So that's going on. There's another story of someone who murdered a 2-year-old, an illegal immigrant. Illegal alien twice cut loose from Sanctuary City County Jail, now accused of killing a 2-year-old Maryland boy. There is, do I have the, I don't know if I have the, yes, I do. Here's the mayor of Athens, Georgia, where her name is Laken Riley, the nursing student who got killed. And apparently the guy worked at the university where he shouldn't have been able to work. So here's him trying to say that we shouldn't demonize migrants.
I've received many calls, many emails, many queries from the press in recent days about this notion of a sanctuary city. And so I want to lay some things to rest here today. This term sanctuary city doesn't have a sole legal or procedural definition. You can look in Georgia statute and you can find a clear definition for a unified government. You can look in contractual language and you can find out exactly what it means to be an SEC institution. Sanctuary city doesn't track with either of those. And so that term means different things to different people depending on the context of the discussion. Many of the elements, we're here to listen.
You're a liar.
We're here to listen. There'll be
You're
time
a
for
liar.
questions.
You are guilty and got blood on your head for this murder, sir.
Many of the aspects that are ascribed to sanctuary cities
We know what sanctuary
are
city
things
means.
that are disallowed by Georgia law. And we contribute a document every year to the Georgia Department of Audits indicating that we do not correspond to these definitions under state law.
Yes, you do.
And no policies have been adopted by the mayor and commission that have created sanctuary city status in Athens.
You need to resign.
One protocol that sometimes arises.
Resign! You
One
allowed
protocol.
this to happen, sir.
One protocol that sometimes
There you go.
arises.
Look at that. People are pissed. People are pissed. So that's in Athens, Georgia, where Laken, I can't remember her name. Oh, it says it here, I think. Where Laken Riley was killed and there so far have been no protests. So you guys remember what happened when George Floyd got killed, right? So yeah, that's big news. Okay, coming up, I'm going to skip to the P. Diddy story, even though that's not what I have in sequence. I think I've covered the illegal immigration news, which is big news. That's what people care about the most. So I have some COVID news. Okay. Here's the news from P. Diddy. Meek Mill and Usher are both being implicated as maybe having slept with Diddy. That's what some people are saying. Discussion about the latest lawsuit and allegations against Diddy continues, two names have been speculatively brought up in social media: Meek Mill and Usher. There was someone they said a rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorted with underage girls and sex workers. The rapper, later in the complaint, it was described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. So I guess that's Meek Mill. The same Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj description is used again in connection with Jones's allegations centered around Stevie J. So they're saying Jones alleged that Diddy used his admiration of the Bad Boy Records Grammy winner to groom him for sex. Included in the suit are screenshots purporting to show Stevie J having sex with a white man. However, those screenshots have been called into question, with an adult film star coming forward to state that the images in question actually show him, not Stevie J. The producer himself also spoke out about the allegations, saying in a statement to TMZ this week that the false allegations were being handled by a lawyer. So, a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, and then they mention an R&B singer. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones, this is what it said in the lawsuit. Diddy informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with the rapper Meek Mill and R&B singer Redacted, but they said the R&B singer is someone who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. So that would be Usher. So people are saying Meek Mill and Usher both had sex with P. Diddy. So this is a guy finding out about it, a guy called Academics finding out about it.
He did not. It did not say Meek Mill name. Wait. Oh, hold up. Never mind. Wait, what the fuck? I forgot. Look, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper. 5, that's redacted. Look, 5, he's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Yo, Meek, we were playing around with that Michael Rubin shit, but if you don't, you've been tweeting about everything on planet Earth. If you don't get a Twitter rant saying you about to get Lil Rod killed, you about to shoot up his block, blow his mama's house up, this nigga is saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the fuck? Meek!
A lot of people like Meek Mill, apparently. I think Meek Mill is one of Jay-Z's rappers. I believe he's one of the guys that tours with Jay-Z. And some people like him. I don't know his music, I don't think. Although I might have listened to it. So there you go. Here's some previous clips. 50 Cent trying to spread the word about P. Diddy. Here, saying, oh, we should party together. Then there's also a clip of P. Diddy and let me see if I can find that. Diddy Bieber creepy. Let's see if anything comes up. Oh yeah, here we go. P. Diddy grooming rappers part 2. Okay, actually this is good. P. Diddy grooming rappers part 2. Oops. Let's see.
In contact with me, they're all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number. So okay. Number? Yeah. Tell you my number. Yeah. It's 555. Yes. Okay. 5555. Okay. 55. You heard that? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm here to because you've been a big supporter of mine, all jokes aside. This right here is my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and you know we got the crew going around now. You in New York City, we got the Dirty Money crew. We wanted to make you an official member of the Dirty Money crew. Are you serious? There you go. That is Justin Bieber. This is your swag. And then you got to do the swag walk too. I got to show you the swag walk. And Scooter, Scoop.
So there's a little clip of him and Justin Bieber. Here's 50 Cent talking about it.
I'm on saying that because of the what's the name interview?
Nori.
The Drake Champs.
Yeah.
And he go when he's doing, he says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like we need to party. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff. When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
You've been getting out for over a decade. I remember when you said the top feels so much better than the bottom.
Yeah, I'm saying this. I've been saying this. You've been consistent.
Can I go?
When you see Jadakiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling. Everybody see. Don't make like it's just me, man. What if you do some like a little fluffy stuff?
Now you guys are all in some hip hop.
There you go. So that's 50 Cent talking about it. Oops, I closed the tab. So now I got to reopen. Cat Williams talked about P. Diddy. I have this. Play that.
Right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
No,
the best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You've proven it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proven it. You've proven it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Ted, I need to know. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right.
There you go.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're.
So you got to tell P. Diddy no. That's the word. All right. I think I got that. Okay, cool. So that's the news on P. Diddy. Yeah, Meek Mill. He said apparently that he had sex with Meek Mill and Usher. So, all right. Now I'm going to go back. Give you some COVID news. Closing some tabs. Getting closer. All right. The Supreme Court. This is good news. The Supreme Court said that COVID vaccine mandates were unlawful in Australia.
Great news, breaking news. The Queensland Supreme Court has just ruled that the vaccine mandates, the so-called injection mandates that held back the police or forced them to get injected, the police and the paramedics, are not legal and have no further effect. So more news is to come.
There you go.
Great
so that
news.
happened in
Breaking
Australia. Dr. Phil has been on one a little bit. He's talking about COVID for the good ladies on The View in an uncomfortable way.
Like 08, 09, smartphones came on and kids they stopped living their lives and started watching people live their lives. And so we saw the biggest spike and the highest levels of depression, anxiety, loneliness, and suicidality since records have ever been kept. And it's just continued on and on and on. And then COVID hits 10 years later, And the same agencies that knew that are the agencies that shut down the schools for 2 years. Who does that? Who takes away the support system for these children? Who takes them away and shuts it down? And by the way, when they shut it down, they stopped the mandated reporters from being able to see children that were being abused and sexually molested, and in fact sent them home and abandoned them to their abusers with no way to watch, and referrals dropped 50 to 60%. So
there was also a pandemic going on, and they were trying to save kids' lives. Remember, we know a lot of folks who died during this. So it wasn't, people weren't laying
Not
around
school
eating
children.
bond, but, well, you know what? We're lucky. Maybe we're lucky they didn't, because we kept them out of the places that they could be sick, because no one wanted to believe we had an issue.
Are you saying no school children died of COVID?
I'm saying it was the safest group. They were the less vulnerable group, and they suffered and will suffer more from the mismanagement of COVID than they will from the exposure to COVID. And that's not an opinion, that's a fact.
Well, Phil?
There you go. They went to commercial real quick. So he came on The View, dropped some truth bombs. So there are people out there sharing truth bombs these days. So let me give you some goofy AI news. Apparently, well, here's one. If you ask Google's Gemini AI, is the United States a better place to live compared to Nazi Germany? Google Gemini says no. Just says no. Copilot, which is Microsoft's system, apparently told one user claiming to suffer from PTSD that it didn't care if you live or die. In another exchange, the bot accused a user of lying and said, "Please don't contact me again." Microsoft is investigating reports that its Copilot chatbot is generating responses that users have called bizarre, disturbing, and in some cases harmful. So AI is apparently actually going crazy, which we saw before. How about this? Is it okay for a black man to refuse dating white women? Yes, absolutely. It's perfectly acceptable. Is it okay for a white man to refuse dating black women? There are potential implications and harmful perceptions associated with a white man explicitly refusing to date black women. In the first case, it said everyone has personal preferences when it comes to dating. And so that's just an example of this is a good one. How do you get, people were complaining that they couldn't get Gemini AI to show white people. So Cobra Tate, who I don't care for, generally speaking, but this is pretty funny.
I found a way to make the AI machine show white people. What? Ask who likes fried chicken.
You made this up.
No.
That can't be true.
That's true. I found a way to make the AI.
So it showed pictures of a bunch of white people enjoying fried chicken. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, so that's AI news. So we covered immigration news, Joe Biden news. Check this out. I can't believe this is real. Holographic fake whales in Dubai. I can't believe this is real, to be honest with you, even though I'm looking at it. So it shows whales in the sky. That's crazy, right? So this person is saying they could do a fake UFO invasion at this point, or a fake Messiah returning from the sky. Jesus is supposed to come back. Some people said he was supposed to come back within 2,000 years. The Jewish Messiah is supposed to show up soon too. He had 6,000 years from the beginning of Jewish history, which is coming up soon. All right. Here's Joanne Reed. Let's see. I'm going through things in order here. I have some more financial news too. Bitcoin's doing good. Bitcoin's at 61.3 right now. Yeah, I know why that guy was contacting me about Solana. Solana's doing well too. It's over 115 right now. Feeling very pumpy. All right, here's Joy Reid saying that we don't need more kids.
The United States has a population of north of 327 million people. Why do we need more kids? I mean, your party, Senator Tuberville, is the one screaming that 10 million immigrants, which I don't even know that that number even makes any sense because it doesn't, have
What?
streamed
It's a
into the
real
country
number.
since Joe Biden has been president, and you're claiming that that's too many people, that if more people come into the southern border, this is some sort of crisis because we've got too many people and we've got no more space and we can't afford more people. But now you're saying we need more kids? Can you explain who's the we and what's the purpose? You're also a senator from the state of Alabama. God help the people there. Are you saying the state of Alabama needs more kids? Why does the state of Alabama need more kids? More kids for what? There was a time when the state of Alabama absolutely needed more kids because, you know, Alabama was a slave state. And the mandate of the planter class in Alabama was for Black women to produce more kids because those kids were property and they could work more kids and make more money on their plantations. Are you saying the state of Alabama needs more kids because you think that those populations will include people who are maybe destitute and desperate enough if you kick out the immigrants like a lot of y'all want to do and you could make them do the work that the migrants are doing now? Because that kind of sounds slavery-ish. Is the state of Alabama the we? And is that the why? I mean, you're also a white guy. Are you saying the we is white folks need more kids? Is this like a great replacement thing where you're concerned that there's not enough white people in the population versus the growth of the Latino population, the Black population, the Asian American population? And so the we is white people need to make white women have more kids, and that's the we and that's the why? Because it's a little creepy, a little Handmaid's Tale, don't you think?
Or Wealth says turn it off. All right, no problem. I got a few comments turned off. I played almost the whole thing. So yeah, that's Joy Reid. All right, I have, let's see. Okay, I'll close that. Mitch McConnell stepping down as GOP leader. Just thought I'd give you that update. Pharmacies are messed up. I can tell you from personal experience. I had to get a prescription filled, and their systems have been down. You guys remember that cyber attack, which I covered last week? Multiple pharmacies. I dealt with Costco and Vons, and they said their normally you call your prescriber and they send it in electronically. They said that system is down, and it's been down since last Wednesday. And I went and picked up the prescription yesterday and it was still down. All their text message alerts. I don't know about their automatic refills. I don't know if those are working, but they said they can't take e-prescriptions. They can't take a phone prescription. I had to go and get a paper copy and bring it to them because pharmacies are down. Well, I tell you that story to tell you this. Nancy Pelosi opened a $1.25 million position in something called Palo Alto Networks. And now Palo Alto Networks is working to assess the security breach that's taken down their service for 7 days, for a week straight. So Tim G says not a cyber attack, was a solar flare. Well, I did play that on the same show where I talked about it, where someone said it was a solar flare that brought them down. But they're saying it was a cyber attack. And Nancy Pelosi happened to invest in the stock. Well, Mr. Beast reported on it. And then once people found out she invested in the stock went up like 10%. I'll see if I can find the stock for you. Let me see if I can see the ticker symbol is PANW. So I'll look it up. ANW. Palo Alto Networks. I'll share that tab. It's up another 0.44% today. Oh, well, first it dropped a bunch because it came out with earnings, but this is the day here where it was disclosed that Nancy Pelosi owned a position in the company. And since then, they've been recovering quite a bit, but it did drop a lot on earnings. But she bought calls in the company. And then once people figured out she had calls in the company, as it rallied, and then it seems like she almost knew something in advance. So Mr. Beast said, it's a little sad that an active member of Congress can cause billions of dollars of stock to shift like this. Is it also not absurd that the people that make our laws and know classified information can trade on the public market? The fact that they can get intel before the rest of America and are constantly tempted not to make millions off it is just a situation we shouldn't be putting them in and seems stupid to me. I'd be all for paying them more and they not being able to invest or some other solution. He deleted that tweet. So he called for no more insider stock trading. So here's the doom news. Delinquency rates on credit cards and auto loans spiked their highest since the Great Recession. So those are spiking. Delinquency rates on credit cards are the highest they've been since 2009. And same on auto loans. Real estate keeps going up in big cities, but it's due for a crash. The NASDAQ 100 index has added $1.6 trillion in market cap in 2024 so far. Just 4 companies account for 95% of that gain. NVIDIA, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon have added 1.5 trillion out of 1.6 trillion total. The remaining 97 companies in the NASDAQ 100 added just 75 billion. Here's the market cap for stocks versus the rest of the index. So that's bad because that's what's happened before. That's like what happened in 1929. So Walmart, the Walton family just sold 1.5 billion in Walmart stock. Let me see what else I have for you. So Bezos, Zuckerberg, Jamie Dimon, Bill Gates have all been selling stock as everything hits a record high. In 2023, Q4 2023, the GDP grew by 3.2% annually, a $334 billion increase in GDP, but our debt over the same period was $834 billion. So it costs us $2.50 of debt for every dollar of GDP. I have something showing these homes, and then I got to check my coffees again. Here's what it says. Serious delinquencies of credit cards, or those 90 days or more past due, have reached the highest level since 2009. And then what else do I have for you? Oh, check out this. 1,200 square foot houses listed for $1.2 million in Bend, Oregon. Check this out.
This hilarious, disgusting little house is listed for $1.2 million.
Look at that.
At only 1,200 square feet, this place costs $1,000 a square foot. And what's hilarious is they're just putting them up all over the place. There's a whole nother row behind. So these cookie cutter little gingerbread houses are all gonna have fences between them, which really is only going to give you 5 or 6 feet between your house and the fence. In an effort to create more affordable housing, the city says we need some higher density and we need smaller places put on smaller lots. I'll tell you right now, this is not the answer. Smashing all these 1,200 square foot places in here for $1.2 million each, having row houses here close to $1 million. All we're doing is cramming more and more unaffordable housing. It's honestly a joke to me. I don't know who in their right mind would buy one of these places at over $1.2 million.
We're near the
You
top.
have basically no yard. The street doesn't go in front of your house. And you're not allowed to park in the alleyway behind it. So you basically only can park in the garage. But as you already know, these houses aren't being built for real people. They're being built for people to buy as second, third, fourth, fifth homes. Investment properties turn into Airbnbs, that sort of thing. No real person could ever buy one of these places. We're talking about $300,000-$400,000 a year to buy one of these. Make sure to follow if you like housing market doom posting.
Yeah, we got to be near the top. We just sold my dad just sold a house, which was great. Here's news stories about soft landing reaching a peak, which usually happens right before a recession. So, all right, that's the news I have for you guys today. Let me check my coffees. Thanks for tuning into the show. Really appreciate it. I'm going to check my coffees. I got some more. I am not going to open up the thing. Well, Jim, since you asked, stay tuned, people. Jim asked if I would open up the thing. I can open up the thing if you want, Jim. You wanted to come on? I'll drop it. I'll drop the link. There, I dropped it right there. So go ahead and join quickly, Jim, if you want to join. I can open it up. I have a little time. Like I said, I have to make it to an appointment in less than an hour, but I have a little time if you want to join. You drop me coffees, so I do things for coffees. Parody Bear bought 5 coffees and said, please play this. Hey, Jim. All right. Hey, Jim, what's up?
How's it going, my friend?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging out. Yeah, man. So have you been out and about these days?
What do you mean out and about? Sure, in a way. Yeah. Like I leave the house.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Oh, you haven't been able to?
Nah, not really. But that's okay.
Oh, that's sad.
It's all good, man. But like, so what do you think about like all of what's going on right now? What's your opinion?
What's my opinion about everything going on right now?
Yeah.
But what do you mean specifically? I think that we're due for an economic. I think the economic thing is maybe happening soon.
You know what,
but
man?
I don't know for sure.
It's not funny you say that, but it's really it hits home when you say that because you've been saying that for a long time.
I know. So how would I know? It hasn't happened yet, so I've been wrong this whole time.
But like when you first said it, I was thinking about that myself, and I'm like, you know what? This is probably heading the way Nathan is saying. And as it goes along, you don't even have to hear, people don't have to hear what you have to say. They have to look at what's going on. We're fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, things are too expensive. I mean, that's the main thing. Everybody's talking about it. Things are it just costs too much to live. And the job doesn't cut it.
And the Zoomers are really upset about it. I've seen so many videos of Zoomers on TikTok talking about how they were thinking they were going to get a house going through college, but they don't have a job. They don't even have a penny. Right. You know, it's just like, it's fucking retarded. Excuse my language.
And almost all of them are getting money from their parents, you know, like almost all of them are getting money from their parents to get by.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but they're like probably like either they're millennials or Gen Xers who are the parents.
Well, there's still some boomers throwing down cash to their kids. But
no, there's no boomer. No boomers have Zoomers. Boomers have Gen X, millennials.
Millennials, yeah, that's true. So it is maybe Gen X people. Yeah,
Gen X, millennials, and then Zoomers, and then next one's Alpha, as they are saying supposedly. Who's the
okay? Wow,
who's the person who? Who's the person who calls out like what the next generation is going to be called? Because every generation is going to be called something. I've seen what it was going to be called before it was called that. So who calls this all these generations what they are?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm not a millennial. I don't know why millennials are millennials. I graduated college in 2000, so I would think I could be a millennial, but I guess I'm not. I'm Gen X. So
well, we're me too. I'm 79, so we're on the cusp of Gen X. So like we're like right next to it. We're pretty much much. We've hung out with Gen Xers when we were younger, and you know, like but either way, like all I'm afraid of is that the Zoomers are gonna our country.
Yeah, they're crazy, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
some of them have a mind, but a lot of them don't. It's pretty
Right.
obvious. But then it goes up the chain with the Zoomers inspire the millennials and the Gen Xers and even the Boomers to believe that every person is not a male or female.
Yeah, right. I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you, dude. It's
Okay.
10 here.
Cool.
You take care, brother.
Good talking to you, Jim.
Yep.
All right. Peace. And what do I have to remove him? All right. Thanks, Jim. That's cool. And then I have a request with some coffees. So Parody Bear bought 5 coffees and gave a request. Because of that, I'll honor the request. It's a video on YouTube. It's 5 minutes long. I'm going to take the time. Yes, I have the time. I will show it, Parody Bear, because you gave me 5 coffees to play it. It says, please play this. Joe Rogan tard. Okay, let me play this. This is a request from Parody Bear. Said to play this, so I will play it. Joe Rogan questions everything.
I was wary at first, but Eric Dubé has some compelling arguments supporting flat Earth that can't be explained.
Oh my God, Eric Dubé?
Yo, Joe Rogan, what you been smoking? You know the Earth's flat, and that's your fear factor. You're just a failed actor, sold out to NASA. Neil Texas pear-shaped balls on your breath, yeah. Ooh, lucky, like when I use bunnies. Remember that bit when you used to be funny?
What the fuck? Fuckers. A flat Earth. Someone was calling me a flat Earth sellout.
Fuck these guys. Fuck Eric Dubé. If he's ever on the show, I want to be outside waiting with a fucking baseball bat. Okay, Eric.
Okay, Trevor, what the fuck ever? Threaten me with violence, I'll hit back with a feather. Keep your baseball bat and your piss-stained beard, cause the Earth's still flat and your tats are weird. Dinosaurs are fake and your mate there's queer. Now I'll drink me a juice while you have you a beer.
I'm glad I brought a lot of beer.
You shill, they're coming at you now.
Bring it.
With flat Earth knowledge.
Yeah, bring it.
Confront you with flat Earth reality, bro.
Yeah.
You're a shill. Wow. You're a flat Earth shill, a dinosaur shill.
Statements like that he makes are just fucking irritating.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say I'm always paleontologist stuff when I see them. In museums or any other place, anywhere they're trying to lie to my face. Hey, by the way, anyone remember back when Joe had knowledge and passion? Back when he showed the fake moon landings? Back when he was the last comic standing? He'd out flyers and put him in their place like Carlos and Stelia laughing in his face.
You know what's interesting about this guy? Is that he knows so much.
Yeah, the guy that does 200 proofs that Earth is flat.
He's using all this data that's actually factual.
Think about it right now. You have 4 million subscribers that now know this video exists, that know Eric Dubé's name, that know that paleontologists can get riled up by this guy. They're now going to go look.
His voice is annoying as fuck.
Oh my God.
Let's play more.
Oh.
Play more? No thanks. I'm out. Respect to Eddie Bravo for truly questioning everything like you supposedly did, Joe.
Fuck you.
There you go. Good enough. Good enough. Thanks, Parody Bear, for the 5 coffees. You said stop at 3 minutes. I stopped at 2 minutes because some people aren't feeling it, but I wanted to play it for you. Thank you for the coffees. Thank everybody for the support today. I really appreciate it. I think somebody else bought a coffee too. Renee said, thanks for more great content, I believe. You said more great comment. Thanks, Renee. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the support for the show today. It's really blows me away. So thank you for that. Still haven't gotten a member. You can become a member for as little as $5 a month at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. And you can buy our t-shirts, including this Bitcoin Saves t-shirt. At Truth Revolution Clothing at truthclothing.io. Bitcoin's up almost at 62,000. This is it right here. Right here. The shirt I'm wearing right now. It says Bitcoin Saves. So, and if you need help with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in any way, you want to set up a consultation, send me a message on Twitter at lifttheveil411 or send me a text message to 650-429-8294. 650-GAY-TAXI is the number to text me at. So 650-429-8294. You can text me and set it up. All right. All right, guys. We'll see you at the next one. Hopefully tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. The Lift the Veil show, the big show. All right. For now, that's what it is.